And hmm, and I wanted to play while I ate before I went to go see my boyfriend. So let's just. Okay, just want to make sure that came through. But I do like the detail now with the doll because it's possessed. But I will not be giving as much commentary due to me eating my dinner before I go somewhere else. But I just wanted to play this game and I want to stay consistent in streaming it. So that is why there is no mic today.
How odd that the doctor would send me here. I thought this was a place to exchange words, not scientific samples. Strange that it's empty. Hello? Anyone here? The doctor said the samples should be in the back room. Where could it possibly be? How curious. Didn't I see this key on Arbin's ear? Arbin has an excellent selection, doesn't she? Wait a second. Is this a keyhole on the backside of the cabinet? Ah, the key fits. I can see what's behind the cabinet now. Let's see. What is this?
Lisa? What are you doing back here?
Arbin? Is that you?
Of course it is. It's my salon, isn't it?
Could have fooled me. Sure looks like a haunted house right now. The doctor sent me for samples, but I didn't expect this here. Or of you.
Oh, poor dear. I see now. No wonder your face looks well beyond death. When was the last time you drank? Here, have some of this.
I think I'd rather not take anything from you right now.
Fair enough. Look, everything isn't as bad as it seems. I'm actually quite surprised that dear doctor didn't better inform me beforehand. No matter now. Take a look around. I'll answer any questions you may have.
They're not dead, just in a trance.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, lovely.
They're your vessel, huh?
Fancy, isn't it? Soft as a cloud. I tell humans that I'm safekeeping it for a local coffin maker.
So, are they all right?
Perfectly fine. As they're not too keen on watching the process, we've agreed to use chloroform. Of course, I actually put them into a trance, whispering sweet words in their ears. They're probably dreaming of a new world, one filled with equality and peace among men. I do admire their passion, but mortals always think of the short-term goal. Some quick snap of the fingers that brings about cataclysmic change. Then they die, and don't live long enough to see how little really changes, and so the cycle repeats.
So, who are these people?
Revolutionaries. The people's champions, according to them. Oof. They want to bring change to this country? There's no changing it, only slapping a fresh bandage on an infected wound. But so long as they continue to supply me with their hot blood, then who am I to question their goals?
So, what exactly is the purpose of all this?
This is for my ethically sourced Cabernet. I'm rather annoyed that Pavel didn't tell you.
Ethically sourced?
We vampires must feed to survive like any other creature, right? We are wolves in the night, stalking prey. But unlike wolves, we talk and interact with our prey, get to know about their lives and why they matter. So do we have to resort to violence? But I have found willing volunteers. I of course can't tell them the blood's true purpose, so I have them believe it's all for the doctor's medical research. Not fully a lie. Making decent Cabernet is hard enough. 3 out of 5 batches fail. At least this way, I don't have to worry about harming people in order to source the main ingredient.
I didn't know that. Is that why it's so expensive?
Indeed. Cabernet has only been around a couple decades, and the tools are far from perfect. I sure hope they make it easier one day. That could change everything.
So,
Hold on a second. I need to see to this. They're about to wake up. Stay and get to know them. Understand why I do what I do.
all right.
Actually, can you do me a favor and bandage their arms while I wake them?
Of course.
Why are you taking so long? I thought you were a physician. Step aside. I try to give them as little trauma as possible. I got hey san la. Gao zhong la.
Arbin? Is it over already?
Yes, Yvonne. You've done well.
All that came from us? No wonder I feel exhausted.
Don't worry, Gosha. You're both young. You'll soon replenish your stock.
It's always strange to hear you call our blood that.
Oh, Arbin, who is this?
This better be a friend.
So jumpy. Please relax.
Ah, here to collect our fluids.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'm sure the doctor is thankful for your donations. I can vouch for how diligent he is in his research.
Tell me, does the good doctor find our blood to be of a lower quality than that of the elite he so often tends to treat?
Now, Ivan, let's not scare her off before we give her a proper introduction.
Well, now that introductions are out of the way, I must thank you for your contribution and wish you good luck. I have to get this new batch of medical samples prepared now.
Of course, Arbin. We'll see you when it's our turn again.
Come on then, Gosha. I could use a stiff drink after all this. We should recover our strength.
It was nice to meet you, Lisa. If you ever fancy a chat over a bottle of vodka rather than a bucket of blood, we frequent the bar at the end of the street.
Why doesn't your group meet up here?
No offence, Arbin, but the prices there fit our budget better.
None taken.
We have some urgent duties to fulfill in the upcoming weeks, but we do have plans to meet there soon, if you'd like to hear more.
Hope to see you then.
If you decide to take them up on that offer, be prepared. They can drink you under the table. Not sure my head has ever fully recovered.
Duly noted.
Now, as for your errand, I always keep a sample stash for the doctor on hand. Feel free to grab it from the shelves at the back of the room. Oh, and I assume you have my earring?
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Thanks, lovely. I'll see you around.
Found it. Good Lord. It looks appetizing. What a night. I should return to the doctor now with these samples. I've returned with the samples, Dr. Volkov.
Good. Very good. Now bring them here, quickly.
It's too dark. I'll break my neck if I walk around here like this. Here it is. Perhaps I could assist you in what you're working on? I'm sure there's much I could learn.
Absolutely not. End of discussion. Now, since your task is complete, I give you leave to spend the next few days as you see fit. Do not disturb me. I will need complete concentration for my work.
If that's really what you want.
You may leave now.
As you wish. It's too dark. I don't want to stumble on a branch and break my neck. Augustus, what are you doing here? So fluffy. Arbin's riddle. Let's take a look one more time.
Yes? Sure thing.
Augustus, what are you doing here? Are you hungry? I brought you something tasty. Here you go. Good, huh?
My lady, I didn't expect to see anyone out here tonight.
Better to fish in solitude?
Better to be alone for what I plan to do.
What do you mean by that, Trophime?
I'm done serving others. No longer will I let them abuse me and believe their false promises.
There must have been moments of happiness along the way.
Once, maybe. But that time is long behind me. I refuse to sit here and
Okay, I feel like I have to unmute here. But Sophie, you're my friend.
Instead, I'm gonna let the Rusalkas take me into the darkness. You hear that? You daughters of despair.
I came here to go see one of the Rusalkas.
I'm letting my guard down. I'm asking for you to drag me to hell at last.
All that has led him here, still stuck under the thumb of the Countess. Maybe there's something I can do for him.
I hope there is. Okay, I'm gonna go back to mute because I don't know if it's getting double audio for you guys in the game. The one time I wish I had enough nihilism points. I didn't see any benefit to it, but honestly I should have. What the frick?
Trophime, life is hard. It's brutal and punishing, but you can't give up.
And why not? Why push yourself through all this pain? What's the reward?
Some believe their reward awaits them after death. Are you not a believer?
Do I look like a believer? And besides, that's not something you or your ilk have to worry about. There's only one place you're bound.
Trophime.
Oh, I'm sorry, my lady. That was a terrible thing to say. I'm so sorry. For everything. For my life. For the pain I bring others.
Listen, I promise you will get through this. And I sure as hell will be there to help you. I'm not giving you to the Rusalkas just yet.
Thank you, Lisa.
Take care of yourself, Trophime.
Good night, my lady.
Hello again.
The little bat returns. Hunting well?
You keep calling me that.
Am I wrong?
Well, no, but... How do you know what I am?
Your kind has a certain smell. Stagnant blood.
If my kind are bats, then what does that make you?
Names. Rusalka will define. Of what shall we speak then?
Did you attack Demian? On Kupala night, he went swimming in the lake. Those odd marks on his leg must have been from your nails.
A rabbit fool enough to run in an open field should expect the talons of a hawk.
In that case, you must have gone hungry that night.
Do not mistake me for your kind. I need not kill to survive.
So then, why?
Are you certain you wish to know?
I wouldn't have asked otherwise.
Then perhaps yes. Listen well then, little bat. There was once a girl who loved a kind-faced young man from a wealthy family. Though they were yet to be wed, she would meet him as he bathed. So deeply entranced was she. Faithfully she came to him each night, and he would take her across the lake where none would find them. Waiting for the day he would offer her his hand. And she waited, so faithfully, so meekly, till one day as they were on the water, she dared ask how much longer she would wait, and his kind face turned cold, and his sweet voice turned sharp. She begged him to forgive her, but he would not listen. The hand she had so longed to take now reached out and pushed her back. As she sank, her love dissolved along with her name until they both became one with the water.
That bastard.
This world knows many such fiends. Now listen closely, little bat. Though I am fettered, you yet fly free. Thus I charge you. Bring me what I could not take. His life and his hand. Claim the former and bring me the latter, and you will be handsomely rewarded.
What's his name?
The water has dissolved all names.
Do you remember anything I can use to find him? His height, hair color?
As my last act, I mark his hand as mine, as I've so longed to do. You shall know him from that. Here, may it strike true. I'll be waiting, little bat.
Marked his hand as mine. That's not terribly specific. I'll have to do some investigating. As for potential suspects, Trophime certainly doesn't come from wealth, and I've seen the doctor's hands often enough to rule them both out. Best not approach any of the men in town until I know a bit more. Maybe Arbin will have some ideas. She's privy enough to the town's happenings. I should try speaking with her first. Didn't expect to find you here.
I'm a guest. I've come to an agreement with our friendly proprietress. Everyone's a winner. In my capacity as a servant of the Count's house, I'm acting as security. In addition, Mademoiselle Elisa pays me some decent coin to make sure nothing interferes with its operation.
Including the Countess?
See, you get it. Elisa's more like her father than I gave her credit for. Still nothing on the contract front, before you ask.
No, me neither. But I'm not giving up. There must be some way.
Your youthful vigor is charming, Lisa, really.
One must believe in the possibility of happiness in order to be happy.
Tolstoy, eh? Quite a character, that one. Total hypocrite, if you ask me. But he does portray battle well. Chaotic, terrible, and pointless. It's all well and good to say such things, but living it is another matter entirely.
Slacking off again, Hussar?
This young lady looked like trouble.
Oh, really now?
You can't expect me to stand around all day.
That is precisely what I expect from you. That's beside the point. I did want to speak to the both of you, so this is convenient. It's regarding the matter of your contract, actually.
Oh? You have my attention.
I went looking through Father's files. He kept records of every contract he ever made. The bad news is that the only means of breaking it will be to fulfill its condition. The good news is that any member of the family is sufficient for such purposes. That removes at least one complication.
So then, we need you to interfere in true matters of the heart.
Before either of you ask, no, I'm not seeing anyone. And I imagine the word true means it must take some real, unforced feeling.
Ah, drat.
True matters of the heart. Is there some other way? Oh, nothing's coming to mind.
Then we'll just have to keep thinking. In the meantime, Hussar, if you'd be a dear and find yourself a lover.
Ha ha ha! I'll get right on it, boss.
You know this used to be my dress, right?
Really? No, I had no idea.
Uh-huh. Brought it to me from France after a big fight. She always preferred bribes to apologies.
I see. I didn't mean to steal it away from you. Would you like to have it back?
Sweet of you to ask, but don't worry about it. I just wish Mother would have asked me first. I am done with it anyway. Never thought it was a good fit. Good night.
Strange. Can't imagine the doctor. Lovely vanity.